I never expected that the Switch exclusive strategy that Xiao kept talking about at the time was just a lie. I have been looking forward to the game Super Detective Case Files Mist and Red Labyrinth for a long time after it was announced. There is no way. Who made me like a dang problem too much? Xiao will not make a sequel, but Super Detective Case Files can also be played as a reasoning game and a spiritual sequel. Now that this game has finally ended its exclusive and is available on all platforms, Switch is not exclusive. I started the Switch that has been gathering dust for a long time to play this game. It is really uncomfortable to experience the weak skills of Switch. So far, this game is still the only game I have completed on a Nintendo Switch. Players who have not experienced this game can enjoy the last forwarding speed. Overall, Super Detective Case Files Mist and Rain Labyrinth is a decent reasoning game, but it's still a little different from the Danganronpa series. The game takes place in the blocked Kanai district, a dark-style city when there continues heavy rain. Follow the protagonist, an amnesiac detective, to explore the truths of this city. This is a detective reasoning game. Unlike the Bullet series, the murderer and the deceased are among the named partners. What you need is to find the murderer and uncover the truth. The map style is dark, but full of temptation. The feeling of moving around in the city is not bad, and the immersion is excellent. So as a reasoning game, how is the core reasoning part of the Super Detective Case book? It can only be said to be unsatisfactory. The difficulty of each chapter is the game is somewhat simple. Basically, you only need to clearly recognize a few details to see through the tactics and the criminals at a glance. Moreover, although there are wonderful reveals, I still want more. Chapter 0 feels like a bullet. Whether it is the closest base of the murderer is among us. The method of committing the crime is also interesting in Wall's experience. The 4 secret rooms in the first chapter are very interesting. Some of them are a bit far-fetched, but the idea is good, and you need to use your brain to restore the secret room scene. I won't talk about the second and third chapters. The difficulty is very low. Basically, you only need to think a little to find the truth, but the script performance is satisfactory. Chapter 4 is a relatively well-written chapter, and it can also be said to be the core chapter of the Mist and Rain Labyrinth. Player will soon realize the truth, and then they will fall into the same tangled feelings as the protagonist. It is also an emotionally moving chapter. Chapter 5 is a bit disgusting, but the various details and foreshadowing in the game lead to the final ending very well, and the amazing reversal is satisfying. As a final, it is well done and brings possibility of the sequel. Although there are super detectives and other superpowered players in this game, all cases are very authentic, and there is no need to consider the influence of various superpowers. You just need to use their abilities to solve this case. They are also well-known detective partners with their own detective styles of lifestyles. The game comes with the 5 additional DLC plots of the original deluxe version, allowing you to experience a story in the Kanai district from the perspective of their detectives. The gameplay of the Super Detective Casebook is mainly to commission in the RPG mode. Check the scene, enter the mystery maze to solve the incident, etc. The gameplay of the mystery maze is sometimes dragged out, especially when you already know the criminal, but some details are not well restored. You need to spend a lot of time wandering in the maze, playing various death and choose one, and the confirmation mini-games. As the core gameplay of the game, the idea of puzzle maze is great, but the experience is too long and player cannot fully enjoy it. The little dead god is very cute and is happy role complain in addition. I'm so grateful Xiao for not killing my favorite intelligence dealer sister. It's just a pity, can say. There are many memes in the game. I'm aware of P4 TV and Resident Evil Herbs. It's interesting to play a tribute of the Danganronpa series, such as 6137. In the commission corresponds to 11037, and there is a fact in the first chapter that all players will be amazed, a surprising reversal. The music also has the feeling of Danganronpa, and many tones are similar to the Dungeon series, and all fans are eclectic. By the way, this is the first game I have finished playing on the Switch. The evil exclusive policy made me realize the weak function of the Switch, frequent and a long loading blurry and raw picture quality. If I wasn't a fan of Dangan and was very interested in Kodak's New York, I might not play the game on my Chinese version of the Switch. In Super Detective Case Files, Mr. Rain Labyrinth, the incident was resolved. I don't know if there was possible a sequel, but I still look forward to it. However, it would be great if Kodak could go back to write a Danganronpa. In short, this work may disappoint fans, but I think it is still worth playing for the final reversal.